Good morning, everybody. You all have your assignments for your clinical day, so let's get this and knock it out.
5 hours later.
All right, everyone, let's pull out your assignments on your Islam spirituality. Okay, Jasmine, tell me about what you researched.
So what I got was that like when a newborn is born, a respected member, a part of that family, whispers the Adhan into the baby's ear, which includes like the name of Allah, which is the creator, followed by the declaration of faith. And that's kind of believed to instill the Islamic values in the baby at an early stage. Um, Before the baby is actually like breastfed, they're given a small date, like the food, a date. A black piece of string is also put on like the neck or the wrist. It has a pouch on the string, which includes a prayer, which is thought to prevent illness for the newborn. Male circumcision is also a thing at newborn stage. A sheep is sacrificed in gratitude to Allah. Um, some Muslim cultures view the colostrum as harmful or of poor nutritional value. If a baby dies at the stillborn stage, a name is still given, but not a full funeral service is given, or the ritual washing. But if they die at the neonatal stage, then the baby has, like, all the limbs have to be straightened, the head has to be turned toward Mecca, and the eyes have to be closed, and the baby does get the ritual washing and the draping of a white shroud, which is made up of two pieces of cloth.
Very good. Okay, Lexa, you're next.
Diet plays a very important part in the Islamic culture. They use the Quran to guide their diet choices. It contains guidelines as to what foods to avoid and which foods are needed to maintain nutrition. They believe that it is important to keep the physical body healthy in order to keep the soul in good health as well. Islam's holistic approach to health includes treating the body with respect and nourishing it with lawful, nutritious foods. In this culture, it is warned that if one becomes obsessed with food or indulges in too much unwholesome food, such as junk food, he or she may become physically weak and be distracted from the primary purpose of serving God. There are a few things that are forbidden to eat in the Islamic culture, including animals, blood, and the flesh of swine, also known as pork. In this culture, it's not necessarily forbidden to eat animals, but there are guidelines set in place by the Quran that must be used. For example, it is prohibited to eat any animal who has been sacrificed to another idol, and Allah must be praised before and after the animal is slaughtered. The animal must also be killed in a certain way, and suffering must be minimized. However, it is forbidden to eat pork no matter the way it is killed because they consider it to be an unclean animal. It's only allowed for a person to eat outside of these guidelines if it's absolutely necessary, such as if the person is starving and there's nothing else available to sustain them. Alcohol is also prohibited because its harms have been proven greater than its benefits. It's believed that a person needs a healthy body in order to worship God correctly. Therefore, it is with utmost importance that the laws of diet are closely followed.
Okay, Austin, your turn.
I had healthcare, and some things I've found were that they believe the difference in health and illness is perceived as a balance and imbalance of the humoral theory. Muslims have historically sought the Quran as a healing source in times of psychological and spiritual distress. When experiencing physical illness, they have also been open to rituals and medicinal practices of different traditions, those including non-Muslim. There is no stated in the book, the Quran. It says there's no disease that Allah created except that He also created eternity. And it also says that taking proper care of one's health is the right of the body and of the person. The Prophet is not only instructed sick people to take medicine, but he himself invited expert physicians for this purpose. And that was the Prophet Muhammad believed, who they believe was the last prophet. Historically, there has been a close relationship between religion and medicine and its practices. Muslims have been open to accept, use, and improve non-Muslim as pre-Islamic healing rituals. They have adopted and improvised many practices, such as homemade herbal and medicinal tonics, dietary restriction, to ward off bad spirits, also to avoid illness. They also have adopted practices such as male circumcision, cupping, bloodletting, cauterization, And during the pre-modern era, Islamic medical and other sciences leaned heavily upon local medicine practices as well as works translated from Greek. Contemporary Muslims' approach to healthcare is still based strongly on preventative measures in many cases, although Muslims do seek a curative process through surgical or medical means, which still looks like religion and cultural heritage.